Hello guys, you're back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through the next topic that is transitive relation, guys. Okay, so I think most of the students who have already learned relations, so this is an interesting relation for everyone, right? Yes, because I also have fun while solving these transitive relation questions. Okay, yes. Okay, so even though I'll be teaching you an algorithm also, like how you can directly solve it. Rather than thinking with your brain, you can directly follow a particular method and you can conclude whether the relation is having each and every transitive pairs or not. Okay, yes. So anyway, let us start the discussion. Okay, so what transitive says is if a comma b belongs to a relation and b comma c also belongs to the relation, then a comma c should belong to the relation. So that is what transitive will say, guys. Got it? Yes, it's a quite interesting thing, right? To be clear, if you think it, it's really an interesting, right? Yes. So a relation R on a set A is said to be transitive when this condition is satisfied. Okay, so what it is indirectly saying is if 1 comma 2 is there in a particular relation and if 2 comma 3 is also there in a particular relation, then 100% 1 comma 3 should be there. If it is not there, it is not transitive. If it is there, it could be transitive. Got it? Yes. So I think everyone knows what is my next step, right? So again, we are having some examples. So let me close down the answers and let us try to solve it. Okay. Yes. And I hope everyone is solving along with me, right? Rather than watching the video. Okay. Yes. Because if you understand and if you try along with me, we can learn more things, guys. Okay. Yes. So let us just start. Okay. So transitive. Okay. So let us recall. So if 1 comma 1 is there and if 2 comma 3 is there, then 1 comma 3 should be there. What if any one of them is not there? It's transitive, right? Yes. Okay. Similarly, if A cross A, so what is the magic with respect to A cross A, guys? Everyone is there. So indirectly it will be transitive, right? Yes. So I think in the last lecture we wrote that example, right? Yes. So if you take any example here, so everyone is there means if 2 1 is there and 1 2 is there, 2 2 will be there. So indirectly any combination, anything you try, guys, it will be there. Okay. Yes. So with that conclusion we can say that it is a transitive, right? Yes. Sorry for that. Okay. Yes. So sorry guys. Okay. Yes. So with that we can conclude that it is a transitive, right? Yes. Similarly 5. So if a comma b is there and if b comma c is there, then a comma c should be there. If no one is there, nothing is needed. Hence it is also transitive. Okay. Moving on to 1 1 2 2 3 3. So is there any transitive relation here, guys? So here 1 1 is there, nothing. 2 2 is there, nothing. 3 3 is there, nothing. Hence it is also transitive. Moving on, 1 2 2 3 1 3. Okay, so here 1 2 is there, here 2 3 is there. So indirectly 1 3 should be there. Wow, luckily it is there. Hence it is a transitive. Similarly, 1 1 1 2 2 1 2 2. Think. 1 1. Okay, 1 1 could be paired with 1 2 to get 1 2. It's already there. 1 2 could be paired with 2 1 to get 1 1, which is already there. 2 1 could be paired to 1 2 could be paired to 2 2 to get 1 2. That's also there. So indirectly every combination is there, guys, according to my understanding. So it's also transitive. Very good. So 1 1 2 2 3 3. So these three guys are not having any issue. 1 3 and 2 1. Okay, so I think this is also looks to transitive, right? I think so. Yeah, I think it's also transitive. Okay, so it's not transitive, guys. I think we missed something. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, so it's not transitive. What am I missing? Okay, so if we take all combinations, so 1 1 could be paired with only this 1 3, right? Because the last ones are matching. So 1 1 with 1 3, you get 1 3. Done, it's matching. So other than that, anything could not be matched with this 1 1. So it's done. 2 2. So 2 2, the initial part is matching here. So 2 2 with the 2 1. So it is nothing but 2 1. So it's already there. So this part is also almost done. 3 3. So there is nothing to match with 3 3. Okay, so then why it is not a transitive? So I think did I write it in a wrong way? Or it is not really transitive. Okay, guys, I'll be using an algorithm for this, guys, so to check whether it is transitive or not. Okay, and the major advantage with respect to that algorithm is you can know which pair is missing. So that's a good thing with that. So we can identify where I am doing the silly mistake. I think few of you have identified it and you are laughing, right? Yes. Okay. So 1 3 2 1 2 3 3 2. Okay. So 1 3 is there, 3 2 is there, but 1 2 is not there, right? So 1 3 3 2. Means 1 2 should be there, 1 2 is not there, hence it is not transitive. Got it? Yes. So 1 2 is there, so there is no issue, right? Yes. So it's also transitive. I told it's not transitive, guys, sorry, because 1 3 1 2 is not there. Okay, yes. Similarly 1 3 2 3, no issue, it's transitive. 1 2 1 3, no issue, transitive. Got it? Yes. So for this we will apply the algorithm, so don't worry. Okay, yes. So now your question will be okay. So now now your question will be okay. So till now for reflexive, irreflexive, symmetric, asymmetric, antisymmetric, and for everyone I have solved the formula, right? Yes. Now I think most of the students will be like, okay, so now formula time. But the crazy thing with respect to this transitive is it's a bit more complex than how we think, guys, because many pairs could be possible, right? Yes. So that is the reason why there is no standard formula. But few books might have a formula, but it will be really complex, guys, to remember. Rather than remembering that, just to try to remember these values, guys, like the first 3 or first 4 values. So for 0, it will be 1. For 1, it will be 2. For 2, it will be 13. For 3, it will be 171. For 4, it will be 3994. Okay. And the smallest set will be 5 and the largest set will be A. Got it? Yes. And the algorithm which we will be, I told, the algorithm which we will be checking is a Warshall's algorithm, guys. Okay, so how Warshall says is, so he will say whether a particular relation is a transitive or not. Okay, so for my understanding, I want to test with respect to the other page mistake, guys, which I think I wrote in a wrong way, but let me get some clarity with respect to it. Okay, yes, so we can solve it here. It's really a small algorithm, guys. Okay, Arshal, let me take a piece of paper, guys. Okay, yes, just a second. Okay, so let us start. So let me write down the question first. It is a 1 1. I don't know why did I write it cross, or I wrote it in a hurry. 1 3 2 1. Okay, so the first step will be write down the combination, guys. So what is the input here, guys? It is nothing but 1 2 3, right? Yes. So it is nothing but 1 2 and 3. 1 2 and 3. So whichever pairs are available there, mark ones there. So 1 1 1. So 1 comma 3 is there. So 1 comma 3 is there, and 2 comma 1 is there. So rest places is slot 0. Okay, so now when it comes to the solving part, so now start solving in this way, guys. This is a standard method, guys. So I did not invent it, or I am not having any kind of idea like how exactly or why exactly we are doing this, but these are the standard steps, like step by step process. Okay, yes. So the first step is write down the same values, like what are our inputs, guys? 1 2 3. So write them down far each other, and write here column and row. So here we are drawing a small table, guys, if you ask me. Okay, yes. So what are the items in column, guys? So what is column first of all? So this is row and this is column. So in column, how many ones are there? At 1, what location? At 1 and 2. So just to write down those location 1 and 2. At here it is only at 2. At here it is at 3 and 1 and 3. Okay, yes. And similarly now let us check with rows. So in rows it is at 1 and 3. In a row it is at 1 and 2. In a row it is at 3. Okay, yes. So this is the final table, right? Yes. So now cross multiply them. So 1 1. Okay, 1 3. Okay, 2 1. Okay, 2 3. Okay, 2 1. Okay, 2 2. Okay, 1 3. Okay, 3 3. Okay, I'm just writing all the combinations, guys, in this way. 1 1 1 2 1 3. 2 1 2 3. 2 1 2 2. 3 1 3 3. Okay, yes. So whatever are our inputs, cancel them, guys. So 3 3 is there, 1 3 is there, 2 1 is there, 2 2 is there, 2 3. Okay, so this is the culprit here. 1 1 is there, 1 3 is there, 2 1 is there. So 2 3. How you can form a 2 3, guys? Just give me a second. So 2 3 can be possible. Okay, yeah. This is what I missed. So basically from 2 1. Okay, if you combine 1 3, okay, at the end you will get a 2 3, right? Yes. So that is what I missed. Got it? Yes. So these kind of silly mistakes you can try solving it with respect to this algorithm, guys, right? Yes. So now you understood, right? So why I told that this algorithm is really interesting, and it is also going to say the pair, and with that pair only I have identified it. I did not pause the video, or I did not check anywhere, guys. Just with that understanding only I was able to identify it. Okay? Yes. So now you got an idea, right? So in the same way I took one more example, and I have solved in the book, guys. So it's just a small thing for you. Just a try for this, guys, and let me know in the comment section whether it is transitive or not. Got it? Yes. Okay. So I'm not going to show the answer now. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea about this transitive, right? Yes. So the major relations are reflexive and irreflexive, symmetry, anti-symmetry, asymmetry, and transitive. So these are the three main relations. So basically there are two more relations which are a combination of these items, guys. So we'll be discussing about equivalence relation in the next lecture, guys. Okay. Yes. So now I hope everyone got a clear idea about this all basics, right? Yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe for more awesome videos like this. Thank you.